Fly, Eagles, fly. Fight, Phillies, fight. And go, Flyers, go? I mean, I'm not really sure the Flyers do have a catchphrase. If they do, I apologize that I don't know it. I am a Flyers fan. That's probably something I should have looked up. But, yeah, irregardless, if they don't have one, get one. Because, man, is it not an awesome time to be a Philadelphia sports fan right now? I mean, holy cow, who saw this coming? I mean, just the month of October alone, you got the Eagles now 6-0 after holding off their hated rival, the fucking Dallas Cowboys. You got the Phillies just blowing everybody's mind right now in the postseason. I mean, I'm stunned. I'm beside myself. I'm like, how are the Phillies in the NLCS? How do they sweep the Cardinals? How do they dominate the Braves? And they just took game one last night against San Diego, shutting them out 2-0. What is going on? Like, I can't explain it. I mean, I'm not like a diehard Major League Baseball fan. I mean, I like the Phillies. I like watching the games and the highlights. But when you start trying to go into statistics and strategy and all that kind of stuff, you're going to kind of lose me. Because that's just a lot to process. Because, when it comes to baseball, hockey, and basketball, they're year-round sports. And to me, it's like, you know what? I just can't focus on all the individual achievement and statistics. To me, it's just a matter of, wins. That's it. I mean, that's why I like watching football more, and it's easier to follow in terms of stats. And it means more because it's just one game. It's one game a week, and that one game means more than like an entire week's worth of games for all those other sports, as far as I'm concerned. But if you feel differently, hey, you're entitled to your opinion. Who am I to judge? But yeah, speaking of judge, see the Yankees closed it out in Game 5 against the Guardians after it was delayed by rain. So it's Yankees-Astros in the ALCS, which I think is what a lot of us had penciled in throughout most of the year. But I don't think anybody had Padres-Phillies penciled in for the NLCS. But I'm happy. Oh my God. I mean, I'm pissed that the Dodgers lost. I can't believe they choked again. This is going to be the legacy of that group. They just cannot fucking win anything meaningful. They do something great. A franchise record in wins, and they lose in 4 to their rival Padres. I know the Dodgers at least have one World Series, but it's forever going to have that asterisk because that was when COVID broke out in 2020, but at least they got one. I guess that's all that matters. And hopefully maybe the Phillies are going to maybe hopefully keep riding this wave. I mean, people say like the hottest team going into the playoffs is usually the one that makes a lot of noise. Well, the Phillies were not hot going into the playoffs by a long shot. This was a ball club that had 2 5-game losing streaks to end the regular season. So I really thought they were going to be like ousted in the first round with St. Louis. Nope. I mean, it was 2-0 Cards till the ninth, and then the Phillies bats just erupted for 6 runs, and then they just shut the Cardinals down in Game 2. So now here we are, and then going to Atlanta. I'm like, yeah, there's no way they're gonna knock off the world champ Braves. I mean, the Braves were hotter coming into the playoffs as far as I'm concerned. I understand they had the rest period because they took the division from the Mets, or the Mets are just the Mets. I have a buddy who's, I want to say he's a diehard Mets fan, but he's been wavering on divorcing his team. That is just how hard it is to be a Mets fan. And I mean, can we Phillies fans say we can somewhat relate? Probably not, because at least we've won a World Series this millennium. So I guess Mets fans don't want to hear us bitch about shit. Especially now that, the Phillies are now just 3 wins away from going back to the World Series since 2009. Oh, God. I'm trying to, steady myself. I'm trying not to... Hold on a second. What the hell? I had the Phillies-Padres Game 1 highlights on, and now it's bringing up Game 7 from the 2014 World Series? Royals-Giants. Why do I give a shit about watching that for? Let's see. Oh, there we go. We'll put on the Guardians-Yankees highlights. I just like having some background noise. Um, let's see, where did I trail off? Oh yeah, about the Phillies possibly going to the World Series. I'm trying to steady myself right there. I don't want to get my hopes up. I understand being a Philadelphia fan, you're diehard and you're passionate for your team, and I am. I mean, you can just, ask my mom. The few times, when I was watching the Eagles game, she wanted to freaking kill me because I'm screaming at the TV like my old man does, It's just us guys, And, hey, some women, I bet, scream their head out, well, hell yeah, my mom's best friend. She's a Penn State fan. Diehard Steelers fan, and she screams at the freaking TV whenever things aren't going right for her team. So, I guess maybe it's a form of therapy, like everything that pisses us off in our daily life, that's how we take it out. We just scream at our TVs to our sports teams thinking they can hear us or something. But anyway, I'm an optimist, okay? I'm also a realist. Let me rephrase that. That was an oxymoron. I'm a realist, okay? I've been a Philadelphia sports fan long enough to know that Philadelphia sports has a habit of breaking your heart when it really matters. And like I said, I'm enjoying the ride. If anything, we just enjoy this ride, Phillies fans, because I certainly didn't see them coming this far. Nobody did. I mean, they started the year ugly, 22-29, like they were completely out of sync. They brought in some big hitters with Schwarber and Castellanos, but the bullpen was a mess. The defensive unit was out of sync. And then, once they hit the 29 loss mark, they decided, the club, thought it was time to make a change, so they fired Joe Girardi, and I thought, well, firing the manager is going to solve anything. Rob Thompson is promoted to the interim, and then holy crap, just everything clicked. I guess Girardi was the poison holding them back, because Rob Thompson, wow, can you give him manager of the year? I mean, the Phillies rewarded him with a 2-year contract and officially named him the new team manager. Why not? What a turnaround. Holy crap, to start out as bad as they did in late spring, early summer, and now here they are, 3 wins away from getting back to the World Series. Just absolutely freaking insane. And I'm enjoying it. We got Aaron Nola on the mound tonight for Game 2. Guy so far is 2-0 in the playoffs. I mean, just super psyched right now. Just super psyched. This is the most fun it's been to be a Phillies fan since, the good old Charlie Manuel days, with Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, motherfucking world champions, Carlos Ruiz. I could go on. So, yeah. Fight, Phillies, fight. Keep going. Just please don't let up now. Of course, should the Phillies take out the Padres, let's say maybe it'll go 6, because I can't see San Diego just laying down like, Atlanta and St. Louis did. Then again, who knows? The Phillies are rolling. I just don't understand where this is coming from. All of a sudden, their pitching is just unstoppable. And their bats are coming to life at the right time. Again, I guess, with football, they say any given Sunday, that just goes for any other sport. Just, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. That's why I don't pay attention to statistics too much. It's like predicting the weather, Yes, what the data is telling you is, yes, this should be what is going to happen. This weather pattern for right now, this should be what's going to happen to this area. But there's always, that 1% chance that something's going to change that you just cannot predict. And that's how it works for sports. So the way I look at it is, why bother beating yourself up, looking at the statistics, looking at, every little detail and thinking this is how it should play out? Because it just doesn't work that way. It kind of enforces my theory that there is no such thing as true perfection. There is only 99.9%, because there is always that 1% chance that something could happen that you cannot possibly anticipate, predict, or control. And do you like what I'm doing with my hand here? Just very, very enforced, just very serious. I'm very stern, I'm very serious, and yeah, go Phillies. All right. Whew. Again, I'd like to apologize for my slacking off the past 2 weeks, especially on the Eagles, who are now 6-0. Fly, Eagles, fly! Woo! The only undefeated team left in the NFL. Who the fuck saw this coming? I sure as hell didn't. I mean, this group is a team. After 6 games, I can officially say that the Philadelphia Eagles are a legit, complete, competitive team. Does that mean that I think they will go undefeated for the year? No. In fact, if anything, I'm more nervous about it. Because that's one final test for this group. What will they do should the inevitable happen and they're brought back down to earth? The question is, who's going to do it? I'm glad it wasn't Dallas. So that just means like, oh God, are they going to lose to some shithole team like Houston, Indianapolis? I mean, the rest of the NFL looks out of sync compared to the Eagles. Well, except for the Bills and the Chiefs. But other than those three, it's anyone's guess what the hell's going on with the rest of the league. And the other thing that concerns me is, yes, have the Eagles played anybody legit? Well, you know, it looks like everybody's kind of off this year, so it's kind of hard to say. But you know what? Hey, a win's a win, and so far the Eagles right now look the best at what they're doing. Except the Bills. So as of right now, are we going to have an Eagles-Bills Super Bowl? And you know what's going to piss me off? We'd be the Bills' first Super Bowl win. Because let's go back to the 90s, where they lost 4 in a row to the Giants, to the Skins, twice to Dallas. That's like, oh yeah, like fate would have it that they're not going to lose to the Eagles. And God, you know what? I would hate that too. Just for the Bills fans, because it's like 0-5, and it's like, that would be cruel. But at the same time, it's like, you know, the Eagles are having a good year, so I'm like, come on, Buffalo, like, you guys are kind of used to it, so I want to see the Eagles go on and do something great again. I mean, though, they do have a Super Bowl now, but hey, this group looks awesome. I like to see them win a Super Bowl. Okay, the Yankees-Guardians highlights ended. Let's see what they're going to give me now. New York football dominates. NFL. Oh, that's good. I better not put that on. It's the good sports. Oh, here we go. Steelers, Buccaneers. Yeah. Holy crap. You can't tell me Tom Brady's not affected by the quote-unquote issues going on between him and his, I guess, soon-to-be divorced wife. But you know what? That's on him. She didn't want him to play. He wanted to play, and now he's paying for it. Karma's a bitch, Tom Brady. The guy just needs to retire, all right? Like, what else does he need to prove? 7-time Super Bowl champion. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, that no other quarterback is going to see as many Super Bowls as Tom Brady. So what the fuck else is this guy trying to prove? He's already ruined the quarterback position for everybody else, and I say that in terms of who the fuck is ever going to catch him? Those records shall stand probably till I'm dead, as far as I'm concerned. But hey, then again, no one ever saw a guy like Tom Brady coming into the league before, so you never know. But, yeah. So I guess for the Eagles, I'm just waiting to see when that first loss is going to happen and how they respond. Because then we will know officially how complete of a unit they really are. Even though I already said they are a complete team, which they are because, well, they just find ways to win. I'm still concerned about the second half performance for the offense. I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's crazy. Like, this second half, like, the Eagles' offense just loves to score in the second quarter, and that's it. 20-plus points in the second quarter. for the first 6 weeks. Like, guys, save something for the second half, because I don't know. I'm kind of against this strategy where you guys start out hot and fast, and then you kind of putter out and go into cruise control for the remainder of the game while relying heavily on your defense, which you can because you have like one of the best defensive units in the league. You know, the pass rush and that killer secondary, but you know, I can't see that being good in the long run. But looking at your schedule again, I don't really see who the hell's going to beat them. I mean, the Giants are definitely a threat. You can't sleep on. That's the thing. None of the teams that remain on the Eagles' schedule, I think, are absolute pushovers. As long as the Eagles don't, grow big heads, they play everyone to their strength the way they should. So, in other words, the Eagles play their A game, they should beat everybody. Just plain and simple. They can't afford to sleep on anyone. Because they still got the Packers coming in, and, well, yeah, I know, the Packers are a mess right now, but still, you don't sleep on them. The Titans are still on the schedule. I know they have issues, but again, you don't sleep on them. Can't sleep on the Giants, and they still got to face the Cowboys again. And by then, you would think Dak Prescott will be back. Oh, yeah. Do you still rush and trust Dallas? Huh? Yeah, guy was perfect for the first couple games until finally he throws his first 3 interceptions. Although, hey, the Cowboys were making a comeback, and that's another thing I've noticed from the Eagles games the past couple weeks is where, they get out to a big lead, and then in the second half, the other team starts to get momentum coming back. Saw it last week in Arizona, saw it again here with Dallas, but then the Eagles offense puts together that drive that puts the game in their favor, and the defense takes it from there. It's working right now, but I don't know. Just I feel gut feeling says this strategy just cannot work forever. Like, they've got to start doing something in the second half offensively, please. Like get a field goal in the third quarter and a touchdown or 2 in the fourth. That would make me feel better. Because as it stands right now, I got it written down here. The Eagles this season have outscored their opponents 112-27 in the second quarter alone. So, yeah, the Eagles offense just loves to score in the second quarter. I mean, go figure there. And good. I just watched Boswell field goal bounce off the crossbar into the net. That was pretty wild. Speaking of kickers, Jake Elliott was back after missing a week due to injury, and didn't miss a beat. Jake Elliott, clutch fucking kicker, man. Made his longest field goal of the year this past Sunday night too, at 51 yards. Oh yeah, and let me jump back to last week. I want to give a shout out to the kicker the Eagles had on to fill in for Elliott while they were in Arizona. Cameron Dicker. Big Dick Dicker. So, yeah, we had this unknown kicker going for us, and wouldn't you know it, the game came down to him, getting us the game-winning field goal and putting the Eagles ahead for good. Did I write down how long those were? Let's see. Yep, it was 43 yards, so definitely nothing to sneeze about, especially for, the guy that's name is not well known, but it definitely is now. So thank you, Cameron Dicker, for your part in helping the Eagles take down Arizona and stay undefeated. Let's see. Did I feel like the Eagles would lose to the Cowboys? Well, you always got that feeling. You don't want it to happen, but I was glad to see Jalen Hurts took the best the Dallas Cowboys defense had to offer. They kind of made his numbers look mediocre on the stat sheet, but he still got 2 touchdown passes to his main guys, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and that's the main thing. Hurts took the sacks, but Rush took the interceptions, which I think are more important because, Jalen Hurts is a big dude. He can shake off the sacks. Didn't faze him, didn't rattle him. He just kept doing what he's doing. He's a smart football player. In the first 6 weeks, he's been one of the smartest quarterbacks in this league. Yes, I know everyone would like to see him throw more bombs or put up the numbers for fantasy, but you know what? Screw that. He's out to win big games. And he's going to play to his smarts, to his strengths. He has a team. He knows he can try. And that's another thing. That's another reason why Jalen Hurts isn't shaking up, because he knows he has a good team behind him. He's got Miles Sanders on the ground. He's got a good tight end in Dallas Goedert. He's got so many receivers he can throw the ball to, mainly Brown and Devontae Smith. He's got a phenomenal defense. He's got a clutch kicker. And he's got a coach who's got some, and he's got a spunky coach in Nick Sirianni. Yeah, I said spunky. This is a fun fucking team to watch right now. The Eagles and the Phillies. And hey, how about the Flyers? 3-0! Woo! Especially last night. All 3 wins have been come from behind, and last night they came back, beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's their first win against the Lightning in 10 meetings. And it's also Hart's first win ever against the Lightning. Holy smokes. Just a fun freaking time to be a Philadelphia sports fan. And then there are the 76ers. Everybody was all hyped about them going undefeated in the preseason. You know, where's the Allen Iverson clip? Come on, man. We're talking about preseason. Preseason. Yeah, then they come out and flop to Boston in game 1. Thanks, Sixers. You got to be that one black sheep of the family. But it's a long season, so we'll see what happens. But as of right now, you know, I'm more pumped for the Eagles. Going to their bye week at 6-0. And yeah, guess who's coming to town? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Come on. I don't want it to be close. I don't want any second half drama. I want them to do what they should have done to Dallas. I want them to destroy the Steelers. I mean, it's not a rivalry. You know, everybody can say that it is, but it's like, no, it's not. The Keystone rivalry is Flyers-Penguins because they're in the same division. The Phillies and Pirates aren't a rivalry because the Pirates suck. And they're in a different division from the Phillies. And the Steelers are in the AFC. So the Eagles only get to play them once in a, freaking presidential election. But still, doesn't mean I don't want to see the Eagles kick their butt. But again, they're not a team again, like I said, the Eagles just cannot sleep on anybody. Even though everybody else has issues and everybody else is out of sync right now, the Eagles still need to just play their A game. Don't let your ego overcloud your judgment. Don't get overconfident. Don't get ignorant. Just keep playing the style of football that you are doing right now. Even though I say that I would like to see you do more in the second half offensively, that would make me feel a heck of a lot better. Because, like I said, this strategy of score all the points in the second quarter and then just let the defense take it from there, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't see that happening in the long run. Oh, and one more cherry on top for Philadelphia sports. The Union are in the playoffs and are going to be hosting the Cincinnati Football Club. I don't know jack shit about Major League Soccer, but hey, congrats to the Union, and hopefully they come out with a win. I did look up to see what the playoff format is for the MLS, and it's one and done. So, hopefully they won't be. Oh, man. Oh, I'm trying to think if there's anything I'd like to talk about, because, wow, that was a lot. A great time to be Philadelphia sports fans all the way around. The Phillies, the Eagles, the Flyers are off to a good start. They're going to be playing the Panthers tonight. Let's see them go 4-0. That would be great. Oh, man. Yeah, what do I think for the Eagles? Do I think they'll go undefeated? I don't know anymore. Like I said, perfection's overrated. I mean, let's look at the team. Let's look at the past few teams who have done near perfection. And what has it gotten them? Nothing. Literally, the 84 49ers, the 85 Bears, 15-1. To this date, the only two one-loss teams to win Super Bowls. You still got the 72 Dolphins, But from here on out, anyone else who's trying to chase perfection, is it really worth it? I mean, if you don't come out on top with a Super Bowl, it's really all for nothing. You know, the 98 Vikings, the 07 Patriots, the 2011 Packers. I mean, hey, anymore it's like, don't worry about, trying to have the overall best record. Don't try to, finish the year undefeated perfect. Just, the goal is to win the Super Bowl. But hey, yeah, of course, as a fan, it's something you just like to see. Could the Eagles go undefeated? I think they could. The schedule's definitely in their favor, but again, you just never know. So, like I said, if it happens, it happens. Cool, I'm cool with it. But overall, I just want to enjoy this ride. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. I will say that. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. Overall in the NFL, it's still debatable because there's still the Bills and the Chiefs. Yeah, before I close out this video, let's go into that. Bills and the Chiefs, rematch from one of the most epic games in NFL history this past winter when, Mahomes stole the victory from Buffalo with 13 seconds left. Well, the Bills got their revenge, and it was just as good of a game, just as classic. Maybe not as crazy or thrilling as the last one, but still, the Bills got their revenge in Arrowhead. They came out on top, 24-20. You knew Josh Allen wanted to win that game. And I hope these two meet again in the AFC Championship, because of right now, there's no other team in the AFC I really care to see. Because the Jets are both New York football teams are starting to get exciting and interesting. But as of right now, the Jets aren't a team I really want to see do anything in the playoffs. Patriots, let's see. Oh my God, what's that quarterback's name? Darn it. Oh, their third string quarterback, and it's a fun name to say. I got it written down here somewhere. Let's see. Is it my last week's notes? Oh no, I gotta even go back a little further. Let's see. Where are you at? Ah, yeah, here it is. Bailey Zappi. What a fun name to say, and I hope this kid stays the starting quarterback for the Patriots, because that's a name you don't forget. There's a lot of fun memes you can have with that. And today, the Patriots quarterback zapped the New York Jets defense. Wait for that to become a thing. So, as of right now, it's a toss-up between the Jets and the Patriots. The Dolphins, unfortunately, without Tua, I mean, not their fault. I mean, the NFL has got to handle player safety a lot better than they're doing. They keep saying they are, but it's like, yeah, that's any company. They say they're doing the right things, but come on, nobody's that stupid. The AFC North, I mean, the Browns suck. The Bengals, they're still trying to get back on track. And the Ravens, well, it's obvious your team is all Lamar Jackson. The New York Giants figured that out. The Steelers, well, now you're back to Trubisky. And, hey, congrats upsetting the Bucs. But the Steelers still have a lot of issues to work out. The AFC South just sucks. That's all I'm going to say. The AFC South just sucks. That whoever comes out of that division, you ain't doing shit in the playoffs. The AFC West is Kansas City's to lose. I don't care. The Raiders suck. The Broncos, you have no offense. Like, what the fuck is wrong with Russell Wilson? The Chargers are still the Chargers. You're a good competitive club, but you just don't got that I want to win it all type of vibe to you. So, yeah. Well, now we got the Super Bowl on here. Well, you know what? I'm just about done here. Ugh. I gotta get me some breakfast yet. I literally just woke up and was like, you know what? It's time for me to put a video on. I've not done it in quite a while. I feel ashamed. So, it's time for me to make up for my 2-week hiatus. But, yeah, as I'm trying to get back to my closing argument, Let's see. Oh, yeah. So I was talking about the Bills and the Chiefs earlier. And, I was wondering, why wasn't that a primetime game? Let's think about that. Why is it when it comes to primetime football, majority of the matchups are absolute shit? Especially these past two Thursday night games. You had the Colts and Broncos a few weeks ago. That was a fucking snooze fest. And here you got the Commanders and the Bears, which was probably even worse this past Thursday night. And now for Monday Night Football, I mean, to be fair though, to the NFL scheduling crew, I mean, it's not like they can anticipate what teams are going to like fall off the wagon, early in the season. Just hit a fucking wall and can't recover. But god damn, still though, Bills Chiefs. That should have been a Sunday night game. I get Cowboys Eagles, but Bills and Chiefs, the rematch. How the fuck was that not on prime time? Like Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night. Like, what the fuck, NFL? What the fuck, competition committee? What the fuck, scheduling committee? Who the hell's in charge of that? How do you not put the Bills and the Chiefs at prime time, but instead we get a shit fest like the Commanders and the Bears? The Broncos and the Chargers. Yeah, I get it. We thought both these teams would do a little better, but they're both a joke. Unfortunately, so is your fucking package. It's like, you guys have really got to think long and hard about who gets these primetime matchups. And again, I get it. To start the year, you would have thought those would have been good games. Except Washington and Chicago. Like, right there was your big mistake. And you know what? To me, I think personally, Thursday Night Football should just go away. Just get rid of it. Like, we don't fucking need Thursday Night Football. It's okay to start the season as the first game to kick it off. I'm cool with that. The defending world champions hosting whoever. And then, of course, the Thanksgiving games. That's it. That's all we need. We got Sunday games. We got Monday Night Football. That's all we need. We don't need Thursday Night Football. I mean, that's just hell for a team coming off a Sunday. They got no time to rest. They got to prep, get right back into it. You talk about player safety. Here you extend the schedule. I mean, Jesus effing Christ. Now, again, I don't follow everything to a T. So if they do have a strategy in mind, where say like a team is either coming off their bye week or they're going into a bye week, if they plan around that, fine. But still, like, you still give us shitty games to watch for Thursday Night Football. And now not everybody can access it because they're all on Amazon Prime. The good fucking marketing skill right there. Not everybody is technologically up to date yet, you dickheads. I mean, that's liberal thinking right there. Like, thinking that, we could just force everybody to change right now, and, like, this is where we want to be. But you know what? You're not going to force everybody to do what you want to do. Isn't that what the fuck the liberals used to stand for? I'm just saying. Like, you used to be about, accepting differences and embracing what makes everybody unique and, encouraging everybody to be different and be their own person. Now all of a sudden liberals want to be dictators and communists and make everybody do the same thing. Make everybody eat and buy and do everything the same. I'm like, what is this about? When did your guys' viewpoint just dramatically shift? Like, suddenly the liberals are like Darth Sidious from Star Wars. They put on a smile and say we're your friend, but behind closed doors, let the hate flow through you. But that's my opinion, and I didn't mean to get politics mixed into this. That's just how I feel right now. It's just the frustration of this past year with inflation and everything, and just, oh, God. Now, hey, it's really not fair for me to put it all on the Democrats and the liberals. I mean, politics in general, just don't get into it. It is the most ultimate divider of humanity. That's why we love sports. Yes, we can be divisive about sports, but it's more fun that way, you don't take it too seriously. At least some shouldn't take it too seriously. There are some people out there that take it a little too far, but, I try not to be one of those. But, you know what? Anyway, I think it's time to wrap this video up. So, yeah, fly, Eagles, fly, fight, Phillies, fight, and fly, Flyers, fly. I don't know. We got to get the Flyers a catchphrase. Good luck to the Union tonight. Sixers, try to do something, please. It would be nice. Just change of pace. I mean, the pressure's on you guys because you got the Eagles undefeated. You got the Phillies trying to get back to the World Series, and the Flyers are off to a good start. And if the Union win tonight, yeah, the pressure's on you, 76ers. You need to get your shit together now. And, yeah, can we get better primetime games? NFL? Seriously. How the hell were Bills and Chiefs not primetime? I'm just never going to get over that. All right. Eagles fans, let's enjoy the bye week. Let's enjoy the 6-0 start. And let's just imagining this team possibly running the tables. And I think that's going to be it for me. Everybody have a good rest of your week. Peace out.